First, at 6, another tragedy in a classroom, another tragedy. In San Bernardino, one 8-year-old has been shot and killed in a murder-suicide of an estranged husband and wife. One child is still in the hospital tonight, and we're told that child is in stable condition. The shooting happened at about 10:30 this morning at North Park Elementary School. Police arrived, they say, in about 4 minutes. They also say the man, 53-year-old Cedric Anderson, is the husband right there who opened fire inside a classroom. Anderson signed in as a guest at the front office and then walked inside his wife's classroom, as is standard procedure at the school. Now, police confirm that Anderson does have a criminal past, possible domestic abuse and weapons charges. Karen Smith, age 53, is the estranged wife of Anderson. She was teaching when Cedric pulled out a gun and shot her. 2 students were standing nearby. They, too, were shot. Then police say 53-year-old Cedric Anderson killed himself in front of all the class at that time.
Cedric entered the classroom, and from what we understand, without saying anything, armed with a large caliber revolver, opened fire on his wife. There are 2 students in the classroom that were behind the teacher that were struck by gunfire.
Yeah, as we say, one child has died, an 8-year-old boy. Another child is in the hospital right now. The school was put on lockdown. The threat was over, but the trauma certainly was not. Children were moved to a nearby high school, and then parents spent a very chaotic, as you might guess, and very tense day waiting for families to be reunited. And just over a year ago, San Bernardino was the setting for one of the nation's most deadly mass murders. A December 2015 terrorist attack killed 22 people at the time and injured 14 others. After today's trauma coming all too soon, the community is gathering together once again. Our Kitty Alvarado live tonight at Our Lady of Assumption Church, where a prayer vigil is beginning. Kitty.
That's right. This church is a Catholic church. It's only a couple blocks away from the school where the shooting took place. And if you take a look behind me, members of the community have already started showing up. They expect a really large showing here tonight to support everyone affected in this shooting. This community is having to come together again after another tragedy. For this vigil, they want to pray for the lives taken, the student hurt, and all affected by this act of violence in a classroom at North Park Elementary. It's been a little over a year since the terrorist attack at the Inland Regional Center, where 14 were killed, 22 injured, and now there's a teacher gunned down in her special needs classrooms. 2 students who were behind her were shot. One has died, just 8 years old. His name is Jonathan Martinez. The other is in stable but critical condition. He is 9 years old. The Archdiocese says this service at Our Lady of Assumption will be an interfaith service inside. Cameras will not be allowed inside, but it will be followed by a prayer and candlelight vigil out here in front of the church. We spoke with the superintendent earlier and before he went into the church, and he told me that this service is so important that the community comes together and be there for each other during this tragedy. He says students and staff are going to have a lot of healing to do, and the one thing that everyone can do right now is to pray for each other and be there for each other, comfort each other during this tragic time. And again, this service will start at about 6:30. Following that, they will have a candlelight vigil right here. People are already starting to take their candles. And everyone here we spoke with one woman who was actually at the other terrorist attack. She was working there at the time, and she says she is just devastated. And she really prays this community does come together. But she says it's going to take a lot for this community to get over this most recent shooting. Reporting live from San Bernardino, Kitty Alvarado, KMIR News.
A very sad day. Thank you, Kitty. We'll check in with you again a bit later. Well, a local security guard is under arrest tonight, accused of intentionally running over a pedestrian with his car. But Palm Springs police